1.5 pounds of fat gained, half a pound of muscle lost. Every single year after 45. That's a net negative shift of 2 pounds of body composition annually. And it compounds. Your doctor called the joint pain that comes with it just menopause. That wasn't a diagnosis. That was malpractice by omission, because he never mentioned the one intervention that outperforms hormone therapy, every supplement stack, and every cardio class combined. Heavy resistance training, applied correctly. Most women never touch it correctly. 3 non-negotiable pillars reverse that 2-pound slide. Miss one by accident, and it costs you a decade. If you're still chasing a number on a scale, stop. The scale can't measure bone density. It can't measure muscle quality. You've been optimizing for the wrong variable, and it's costing you more than you know. Does that unsettle you? It should. Let's fix it. Stay with me. This is the full system. It starts with the trap quietly wasting your muscle as you read this.
Welcome to Iron Femme, a channel that helps women build strength that shows up everywhere. In the gym, in your career, in your voice, in your life. No shrinking, no apologizing, no training light. We lift heavy, we stand tall, we take up space. Physique, mindset, presence, all of it. If you wanted to be stronger in every room you walk into, you are in the right place.
Here's the brutal statistic behind that trap. Less than 8% of women over 50 have a DEXA-confirmed healthy lean mass index. Fewer than 1 in 12. That's not a coincidence. It's the predictable result of a protocol almost every woman in this demographic was handed. Less food, more cardio. That advice is the mechanism of decline, not the fix for it. Chronic steady-state cardio spikes cortisol. Cortisol tells your body to burn muscle for fuel and store fat around your organs. You've been working against yourself, and you didn't know it, because calories in, calories out was never the full picture for a woman in perimenopause or beyond. You know, the moment your suitcase won't quite clear the overhead bin and you have to ask a stranger to lift it. You know the moment you're on the floor with your grandchild and getting back up means using your hands to push off, not your legs. Those aren't aging moments. Those are muscle quality moments. And muscle quality is trainable at any age if the protocol is right. Why does almost nobody get told this? Because eat less, move more is easy to sell and cheap to prescribe. Fixing your training is useless if your nervous system is running on empty. The first non-negotiable pillar isn't a workout at all. It's a neurological state, and it's the one most women get backwards. Group fitness culture treats a cortisol spike like a badge of honor. Back-to-back HIIT classes, undersleeping, over-caffeinating, calling exhaustion discipline. Past 40, that combination doesn't build a stronger body. It builds a body that can't recover from the training you're doing. Here's the mechanism. Cortisol and progesterone are made from the same raw material, pregnenolone. Chronic stress steals it to make more cortisol, a process called the pregnenolone steal. That leaves nothing left to make progesterone, your muscle-building, calming hormone. You're not just stressed. You're catabolic by hormonal design until you break that cycle. Training harder while your nervous system is depleted is like trying to fill a bathtub with the drain wide open. The water's going in. It's also draining out just as fast, and you're left wondering why nothing's changing. The fix isn't complicated, but it is non-negotiable. Sleep extension tracked by HRV, not just hours logged. Deliberate parasympathetic activation before bed. Slow nasal breathing, dim light, no screens. This is the primary anabolic signal for a woman over 40. Without it, muscle protein synthesis barely functions, no matter what you eat or how you train. Once the nervous system is downtrained, you can build, but the fuel most women use to build with is engineered to fail them. The protein protocol isn't what you think. Women over 40 develop anabolic resistance. Your muscle needs a bigger nutritional trigger to start rebuilding than it used to. A 15-gram protein smoothie and the belief that you've hit your protein is the smoothie trap. You haven't triggered anything. You're still catabolic. The real trigger is a leucine threshold, roughly 2.7 to 3.0 grams of leucine per feeding, which means 35 to 45 grams of complete high-quality protein concentrated at breakfast and immediately post-training. Eggs and Greek yogurt at breakfast. Chicken, fish, or a whey isolate shake after you lift. Sprinkling protein evenly across 6 tiny meals doesn't work. You need a real dose, twice a day, minimum. I don't want to get bulky has kept more women under muscle than metabolically fragile than any other fear in this space. Muscle at your age isn't aesthetic. It's your longevity organ. It's what keeps your metabolism flexible, your blood sugar stable, and your joints supported as you age. You cannot accidentally build too much of it, eating 40 grams of protein twice a day. Nutrients are the bricks. But there's a foreman who tells your body where to put them. And for a woman your age, that foreman has to apply a very specific kind of force. That's coming next, and it's the pillar most women avoid entirely. Your femur doesn't respond to Pilates. It responds to axial load, specifically mechanical tension above 80% of your 1 rep max, applied through a hinge, a squat, a push, and a pull for sets of 5 to 8. The real payoff of that kind of lifting was never the aesthetic. It's bone density you can see on a scan. It's a resting metabolic rate that lets you eat like an adult instead of starving yourself into a plateau. It's moving your own furniture alone at 65 because your body is anti-fragile instead of frail. The free weight section is intimidating. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Walking past a rack of plates you've never touched in a room full of people who look like they belong there is genuinely uncomfortable the first few times. That discomfort doesn't lower the requirement. The requirement stays the same: heavy, compound, progressive. I don't want to get bulky. Needs to become muscle is the organ of longevity. That reframe alone will outperform every fear-based fitness decision you've made for the last decade. You can lift heavy and eat exactly right and still leave results on the table if the cellular cleanup crew is asleep. The final piece is a recovery strategy almost nobody in this space is talking about. The cellular cleanup protocol is simple. Strategic feeding windows, not for starvation, but to permit autophagy, your body's process for clearing out damaged and senescent cells. That process reduces the systemic inflammation that's blocking your fat loss and stealing your energy, even when your training and nutrition are otherwise dialed in. I'm too tired and it's too late for me are the two excuses that end this system before it starts. Neither is true. A 65-year-old woman with a DEXA-verified Z-score above +0.0 exists, and she's in the top 2% of her demographic. She didn't get there through genetics. She got there through the 4 pillars: applied consistently, downtrain the nervous system, hit the leucine threshold, apply heavy mechanical load, permit cellular cleanup. That's the entire system. Not 4 separate hacks, one sequence, each pillar building on the last. 2 pounds. That's the annual body composition slide I opened with. Fat up, muscle down every year, compounding since your mid-40s. This system is the reversal of that slide, and it's available to you starting with your next workout, not your next decade. The world expects you to disappear quietly, to weaken silently, to accept frailty as inevitable. That narrative is physiologically false. It's built on low standards and a catastrophic misunderstanding of what a female body can do at 50, 60, 70. It's just age was never a diagnosis. It was a failure to prescribe the one thing that actually works. Being the outlier isn't complicated. It's the woman in her 60s who stands up off the floor without using her hands because her legs are strong enough to do the job. It's a DEXA scan that reads healthy instead of average. It's a resting metabolic rate that lets her live like an adult. This channel is built on the evidence, the application, and the results. No fluff, no pink dumbbells, just what works. If you want the next blueprint, the exact heavy lifting protocols for hip and spine bone density, that's the one on your screen right now. Click it and keep building the case for becoming the outlier instead of the statistic.